So today I am going to start off with the Urban Decay Primer Potion in Original. I just got a new tube because I ran out of my other one. And this one's a little bit different because it has a wand instead of the squeezy tube. So I'm going to take the wand and I'm going to put it directly onto my eyelids. I love this primer, as I said before. I think it just controls the oil on my lids since I do have oily lids. And I'm going to blend that out with a Morphe 173 brush, like I did in my other video, and I'm just going to blend it until it's nice and blended. Now I'm going to take the 35U palette and I'm going to take the white eyeshadow because I will be using brighter eyeshadows over it, and I'm just going to take a little blending brush and put it all over my lid. I do this when I'm using very vibrant colors so they pop on my lid. I'm going to take a lighter brown from that palette and I'm going to use that as my transition color. I love to use lighter colors as my transition color and not go in too dark, because once you put on a dark eyeshadow, there's no going back. You need to make sure the eyeshadow is nice and light first and get your base down, and then go in with darker tones so your eyeshadow will look beautiful and nice and blended out. So now I'm going to take a darker brown shade from the same palette and I'm going to put it right where I put the transition color. I love to build color onto my crease, or into my crease, sorry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a MAC 217 and I'm going to start right where my lash line is, and I'm going to work it up into my crease. I'm not going to put it directly into my crease because I feel if I do it this way, it blends so much nicer and it just makes everything look seamless. So now I'm going to keep blending until I get the desired color onto my lid. This might take a little bit of time, but it's alright. Just keep blending and you will get the desired blend that you like. Always go back and take your blending brush and do this as well. Don't always think that your crease brushes or the brushes that you're using will blend it out. You always have to go back in with your blending brush. Now I'm going to take this peachy color from the same palette and I'm going to put it down as my base before I put on the glitter onto my eyelid. I love to work with bases because it'll make your eyelid color pop and make it just look more vibrant than it is. You don't have to do this step, but I just like to, just to make sure my eyeshadows are nice and vibrant and beautiful. Be doing this next step, I will be kind of doing it a little bit fast because I have done it before. I'm going to take the Coppery eyeshadow color and I'm going to put it right over the base that I put on. This will make your eyeshadow pop, look beautiful, and just make the eye look 10 times more vibrant than it was before the glitter, or glittery kind of eyeshadow. So that's why I put down a base. As you see here, it looks vibrant, it looks beautiful, and it just makes everything pop. And then I'm going to take some my setting spray, and I'm going to spray my MAC 242 with it and keep packing on the color. And I'm going to take a MAC 217 and blend out the edges. I'm going to take a blending brush and make sure everything is nice and blended together. You can also add some of the lid color if you lost it while you're blending. And then I'm going to take a makeup wipe and make sure all the fallout is nice and cleaned up, so when I start putting my foundation and primer, it looks really nice. Here I'm going to take the Kat Von D LAQA her eyeliner. I don't know I'm not sure what it's called, but I will link it down below. And I'm going to make a very thin line. I'm not going to try to go too thick with my line. The only reason I do this is because I am going to put mascara on, and I like it when there's a line there because it just makes the mascara not go everywhere. So you can use any kind of eyeliner that you want. I just prefer this one because it's the blackest and it stays on my eyes the longest. Here I'm kind of fixing some mistakes I did with my glittery eyeshadow. You can also do this with your eyeshadows or anything. I'm just going to take the glittery eyeshadow and make sure everything is nice and seamless. I clean up my black eyeshadow with it usually, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to take the Smashbox Minimizing Pores primer, and I'm going to prime my face with it. I love this primer for my face because I feel like it controls my oil throughout the day, and it minimizes my pores because they are a little bit bigger than I would like them to be. Take the Kat Von D LAQA Tattoo Foundation for my foundation today because when I recorded this video it was super hot where I lived. It was like 107 degrees. So I love this foundation because it stays matte and it does not move anywhere throughout the day. Before I do my other side of my foundation, I'm going to color correct all my pimples and everything that's red because I forgot to do that before I started putting foundation on, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put that on with like a sponge, whatever you guys have, and then I'm going to put my foundation over. My foundation covers all the green spots, so don't worry, just make sure you put the foundation over all the green and you should be fine. As you can see here, I'm putting a little bit more of foundation on just to make sure that my foundation's pretty much like all together and nice and seamless. So I'm going to make sure everything is blended until I feel everything is seamless and beautiful. take the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Custard, and I'm going to conceal my under eyes. The thing with this concealer is I have to do one eye at a time. And what that means is that I have to blend it out and set it before I can do the other eye. The reason I feel like I have to do this is because it creases immediately and it dries immediately. So if I don't set it, I will crease like crazy, even though I just had blended it out. And if I don't blend it out, it'll be very hard to blend out. So I'm going to be doing one eye at a time. Highlight, I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on my chin, on the sides of my mouth, on my cupid's bow, on my nose, and on my forehead. And I think I'm going to put a little bit on my nose. Yes, on the sides of my nose, so I don't get red. The mistake that I made here is that I put it all on at one time, and it was really difficult to blend out. My forehead was really hard to blend out. I just don't like to work with this concealer altogether because it's really difficult to blend out. So I made a mistake, but it worked out in the end. I'm going to take the Laura Mercier translucent powder to set all this because I do get oily on my T-zone and this sucks up all the oil. I'm going to make sure I bake my nose the longest because that's where my glasses go throughout the day and it gets a little sweaty there. So I'm going to make sure that I bake my nose the longest out of all of what I'm baking. Now I'm going to take the Rimmal Stay Matte powder in translucent and I'm going to set the rest of my face with that. I tried it and it was an okay powder. I think I should use it under my eyes instead of on my face, but I'm going to still work with it to see if I like it a little bit more. I'm going to take the Too Faced Soulmate bronzer in Rachel and Ross, and I'm going to bronze up my face and kind of contour with it. So I'm going to kind of do both at one time. I love this bronzer because it's super light. I forgot how much I love this bronzer, and I just found it the other day, and I enjoy it so much. Here I'm just blending out, I'm taking off my baking on my nose and I'm going to blend out my contour with a big brush and making sure my contour lines are nice and seamless in the way I want to. And I'm also going to put some on my temples just for everything to flow together. Now I'm taking my Becca highlighter and Champagne Pop and I'm going to highlight those cheekbones. I want to glow a lot today, so I'm going to glow and pack it on, but I'm also going to blend it out so it doesn't look so harsh. If you do have texture on your cheeks, fair warning, it will show your texture. The highlight will show the texture, so if you don't want to show your texture, I wouldn't recommend highlighting your cheekbones. Now I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm kind of fast forwarding through this part because my eyebrows do take me a long time to do. So I'm going to let you guys just watch it. But I'm using the NYC Brow Wiz and the Clear Brow Gel to do my eyebrows today. Now I'm going to do my lower lash line, and I'm going to take the transition color and the darker brown, and I'm going to put it on the lower lash line. I'm taking this Urban Decay brush that came in one of my palettes. It's like the best pencil brush ever, and it's like the only pencil brush really I have. And it just gets into the precise areas that I want it to. To highlight my inner corners, I'm going to take the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm going to take one of her highlighting shades. It's like the pinky shade, and I'm going to put it in my inner corners with a little detailed brush.
I feel like I've fought all my life for this. This one part, this 1/3 I've always missed. No, just don't let it go. I started the fight, but now I'm losing. So will I fall again? I'm scared of heights, yet it was me who ran away.
Now I'm going to do my lips, and I'm going to start off with this like matte pink kind of pencil thing. I don't know what they're called. I will link it down below. I got it in an Ipsy bag probably like 5 months ago, so I will link it down below. And I love pink lips, so if you're not a fan of pink lips, I'm sorry. You can always switch this out for nude or anything you prefer. But I'm not going to keep it like this. I'm going to put a gloss over. I'm going to put an Urban Decay gloss. I got this for Christmas years ago as well, so I will put the color down below and what it's called down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch it. Please subscribe and give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Oh, I can't forget myself. The piece that I'm missing kills me inside. I need help.